What's up, Concord? I'm your host, Bethany Garboski. Welcome to the brand new TV show we have for Concord TV. I'm going to be bringing on some amazing guests, both music, entertainment, and local businesses throughout our beautiful capital city. Our first two guests for this holiday New Year's episode are Tiffany Eddy of S3 Productions and Beth McGurr from Shutterback Productions. Our first guest is no stranger to TV or broadcasting. She was a prior broadcast journalist for WMUR News 9, a 3-time Emmy nominee, and she's currently the head of Tiffany Eddy and Associates and is now the founder of S3, whose motto is, "You can accomplish anything when you believe you are strong, smart, sassy." Welcome, Tiffany Eddy. What's up?
Hi. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on, and it's wonderful to meet you and be here. So, well, what's up? Well, it's been an eventful year. S3 has gone from a concept that I had a couple of years ago that my children and I started talking about to now a company that has products and big plans for 2022. So it's been an incredible year, but absolutely right that Smart Strong Sassy is a very personal thing for me because I really do believe that it's a mindset, and if you believe that you're smart and you believe that you're strong, those two allow you to be sassy, which is kind of like the secret sauce where the magic happens, which is what allows you to go for it. So it's a mission for me to help women, all women, feel like they are smart, strong, sassy, and that they can accomplish whatever it is that they want to set out to do.
Most definitely. What an incredible organization, foundation to begin, especially with your prior experience and the platform that you're able to be off and running with. I'm just wondering, how did S3 start? Is there any story behind it, or is there anything special that drives you to have created this movement?
So thank you for asking. It is very special and very personal. So I left Channel 9. I'd been at WMUR for 14 years, and I was very fortunate to have a wonderful career there and a wonderful place, and it's like a one big family. But for me personally, having worked so hard to get to that pinnacle in broadcasting, my home life wasn't as satisfying because I had two wonderful kids, but I wasn't able to spend any time with them. And
of course,
I would be going in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I would be getting home at midnight. And when the kids were babies, it was fine because they'd sleep through it. But as they got older, I would be missing that afternoon, evening interaction with them because I'd be at work and they'd get off the bus and I would have already been at work and literally would be coming home and they'd be sound asleep at night. So it wasn't, while I'd worked so hard and professionally I was very satisfied, personally I was really missing my kids. So I knew I had to make a change. So I left WMUR after 14 years, in large part because I really wanted to be able to spend more time with my children. And anyone who's a parent knows that it goes by so quickly. You know, in the blink of an eye, they're a year older and doing different things, so you really don't want to miss that. So I left and I founded my own PR company, Tiffany Eddy and Associates, and I've been very fortunate in that and enjoy doing that work for a lot of wonderful clients in Concord, and that's been very satisfying. But it was about 3 years ago that the kids and I were watching this beautiful sunset one evening up on Lake Winnipesaukee, and I was encouraging the kids to go for their dreams and telling them, you know what, Mom really wants you to be happy, and so I want you to think about what you want to do with your life and think about what it is that makes you happy, and that's what you should be doing, and encouraging them to pursue their dreams and not a paycheck. And my son, who at the time was probably about 10 years old, remember he looked at me and he said, "Well, Mom, what is it that you dream about?" And I was like, "Well, buddy, you know, Mom dreams about you guys growing up and doing good things and being happy and healthy." And he's like, "But what about you?" And that's where I was like, oh, well, I hadn't really thought about, you know, that. My dreams had become so wrapped around my children.
Yeah.
And so it was at that moment when I decided that if I was going to lead by example and set a good example for my kids about going for your dreams, then I had to do something that I was passionate about. And so as a former broadcast journalist, I was always passionate about telling stories, especially stories of other women. And so I decided to go back to my broadcast roots. And so a little bit more of a story in there that was kind of in the back of my mind. When I was a cub reporter at WMUR, I was sent out to do this story on a woman who had been abused by her husband. Okay. And she was able to finally get the courage to press charges, and he was going to jail. And I remember I did my stand-up outside the Merrimack County House of Corrections. A stand-up is where you hold the microphone and talk about the fact that this woman had gotten the courage and that he was now behind bars, and that she wanted to share her story because she was hoping it would inspire someone else who might have been in her situation, and it would give them the courage to, perhaps make a change and do something positive for themselves. So I remember I went out and I did the very best that I could with the story, and you put it out into the universe and then you hope that it has an impact, and but you never really know. Fast forward like 5 years later, and I'm having lunch with a friend, and the waitress is acting really nervous around me. And it was odd. And so I remember the person I was having lunch with was like, "What did you do to this woman?" And I was like, "I have no idea. I've never met her before in my life."
Yeah.
And finally at the end of the lunch, the waitress came over and she said, "Tiffany Eddy." And I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "I want to thank you." And I was like, "My goodness, well, I should be thanking you." And she said, I said, but why? And she said, "Years ago you told a story about this woman who had been abused." And she said, "That was me, and that was my life. And when I saw that story, it gave me the courage to make changes in my life. And today I don't live in fear. So thank you." And it was probably the most...
That must have been like such a heartbreaking and building moment for you, knowing that this was actually reaching women who needed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I get emotional like thinking about it. And it wasn't my story. I was merely a conduit of someone else's story.
Yes.
But the fact that telling a story and sharing someone's story was able to have a profound impact on somebody else's life was very meaningful. So when my son asked me what is it that I dreamed about doing, it was to kind of continue doing that to continue sharing those stories, to continue having an impact in other people's lives, because stories are so powerful. And we all live in our own lanes, and sometimes you might make an assumption about someone and think, "Oh, she's got it all going on. She never had to struggle. She never had to worry about anything." But you don't know what she's done to get to that point in life. And so by taking these stories and finding people who are willing to share their stories, it can have a huge impact or inspirational impact on somebody else. So that was sort of the genesis of Smart, Strong, Sassy, of, what is it that keeps you going? What is it that motivates you? What is it that makes you strong? What is it that makes you smart? What is it to be sassy? Because I've learned that we're all much smarter than we give ourselves credit for, much stronger than we realize. And when we finally figure that out, that's when you can really kind of be sassy, which is, going for it, if you will.
Yeah, and that's where the confidence comes from.
Yeah.
As a woman, as a human. And being able to have that support too. That's a wonderful message, and I'm so glad that it's been such a successful development for you. And that is being founded in Concord. Is that right, Tiffany?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful.
So we have.
Do you have any upcoming projects for the new year that you can tell us about really quickly?
So we have new products. So we do have, it's Smart, Strong, Sassy is a combination of providing a platform where women can share their authentic stories, but we've also come out with some products, or one product, but more that'll be coming, because when you feel beautiful, it allows you to, make smart decisions, project a strong aura, and then have that sassy confidence. So
yes.
We have some more products coming up in 2022.
Oh my gosh.
And then,
I'm so excited to see them and hear more about them.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's an exciting time. So it's been
Wonderful.
growing, and the feedback's been tremendous, and it's been a lot of fun.
I've been seeing all the feedback online. Tell the viewers one more time, where can we get more information about S3?
Sure, absolutely. You can find us at smartstrongsassy.com. And we have a whole website and some stories, and we try to profile a different woman every month. And,
fantastic.
And trying to do a blog, so it's been wonderful, and we've gotten so much positive feedback. So I just feel that I'm very, very fortunate, and hopefully can continue to touch lives in a positive way.
Wonderful.
Just like you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much, Tiffany. This has been a really special interview for me, having What's Up Concord being a new show to the Concord Cable Division. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we will show your information so folks can go out and be in touch with you and get involved with S3.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Such an honor to be here, and
Happy
holidays and Happy New Year to you.
Tiffany, really quick, what is your New Year's resolution?
Oh gosh, now you're putting me on the spot. My New Year's resolution would be to always say yes to new things.
Love it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show. Tiffany Eddy, everyone. You can find more about her and S3 online. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Pleasure, thank you.
Are you still looking for your New Year's Eve event party? Are you ready to get out there and throw down in Concord? I have just the woman for you. She has made an amazing event right here in Concord at the Bank of New Hampshire stage. This is Beth McGurr from Shuttavac Productions. She's been a Boston producer and promoter for over 20 years, and she's the founder and CEO of Shuttavac Productions. She's made this incredible event platform called Interactive Nightlife, and she'll be hosting Concord's New Year's Eve party on Main Street. What's up, Beth?
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you. That was really sweet.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be here. I love the idea of this show and what you're doing and what you're
Thank
trying
you.
to bring to Concord. And I feel really honored to be one of your first guests. So this is great. Thank you.
It was perfect timing, and I'm so excited to promote your amazing event. It looks spectacular.
Thank you.
How did you start Shuttavac Productions?
So I was, in college bartending at a restaurant, an Asian restaurant, and there was a space in the basement of this restaurant, a really dive bar, dark, dingy, kind of smelled like Chinese food.
Oh,
and I would
my
go
goodness.
down there and I asked, can I throw a party here?
Yes.
And the owner was like, yeah, sure. And I just started begging my friends, come to my party, come to my party. And they came. And, eventually we added a DJ. We would have some special entertainment throughout the night. And they started bringing their friends, and it just sort of grew from there. And it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed doing it, and it got the attention of some other venues in the city. And, over the years, over the first year, actually, I started getting asked and approached by other venues and other people to throw events at their locations.
Yeah.
And it just grew from there. And, 20 years later, I'm still doing it, so.
Amazing. And you've brought your way up here into Concord.
Yes. So I started dating someone that was from Concord.
Ooh,
and
wonderful.
Going back and forth from Boston.
Yes.
And they introduced me to the Bank of New Hampshire stage.
Cool.
And I saw this venue and I thought, wow, this is a great venue.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It's amazing to have that right here in Concord. So I initially I did the New Year's Eve party in 2019, and it was very successful. We had a sold out party. We had some great entertainment, and I really just fell in love with Concord. And over the last, a few months ago, I actually officially moved here. I'm
Yay.
walking distance from downtown, and I just really love the energy. There's this new, young vibe in this.
Yes, I feel
around
that
town.
too. Yes,
There's
most
a lot
definitely.
of cool new shops opening, and just walking around town and seeing these new places. I just see so much potential here, and I feel like there's a lot of room to grow, and I would love to bring some of my parties from the past up here, bring in some new parties and some of the entertainers that I've used throughout New England, and just bring them up here to Concord. So it's really exciting. Like I feel like there's just so much new energy here.
Yes.
So I'm happy to be a part of it now.
That sounds like a terrific a fit for you with your creativity of all of these amazing events. I've seen the pictures, I've seen the videos. They look fabulous.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for New Year's Eve now. I'm so excited. And so I know that the New Year's Eve party in Concord is under interactive nightlife.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about interactive nightlife?
Yeah, so Shutterback Productions is my main company, and
Okay.
I host all different types of events, private events, public events, nightclub parties, restaurants, openings.
Nice.
All different types of stuff. One of the sections of that is interactive nightlife.
Okay.
And the interactive nightlife is kind of bringing together a lot of the creative people that I found and worked with over the years, and kind of it's the traditional nightclub party vibe, but we add in live performances. We have hula hoopers, we have aerialist, we have
Wow.
contortionist, we have this year for our main feature for
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, we have the Honey Taps coming in from New York City.
Oh my gosh,
And
wonderful.
these girls are very hard to get, so I'm really excited to be working with them. They all have, like, their resumes are so long. They work on
sure.
Broadway. They've done a lot
Oh
of
my
without
goodness.
mentioning exactly what they do.
Yeah.
But when they're on their off time, they do the Honey Taps, and they bring this sort of 1920s speakeasy vibe, and they'll be performing throughout the
Oh,
night.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm really excited
excited
about them.
Yes.
And then what else? I kind of got off track there, but
Oh, you're
just
fine.
New Year's. I get really excited.
So there's
about
going to
it.
be dancing.
There'll be
There's going to be the live performers.
Yeah, so it's all of everything you want in a New Year's party. You know, the countdown, the champagne toast, confetti, and then we add in these live performances throughout
Wow.
the night. So you might be in the lounge and there's a drag queen performing. You come over
my
in the
goodness.
main dance floor area and the Honey Taps are performing.
fun.
And then you go back to dancing, and then maybe your friend comes back and, did you see the contortionist? And you're like, I didn't see her. And then you go, you know, so there's just little things happening throughout the night that make it an interactive experience, not just a nightclub or
Yeah.
a sit-down theater show. It's kind of in between somewhere.
Harlem sits, putting on the Ritz. A silk top hat, a spangled gown, ain't we the That's where we swell every year. March to all the jazz shows, running the tent there to bid me. Putting on the Ritz.
And all of this has been coordinated by you, Beth.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
It's sort of my baby right now. I really love these interactive events. I just did Halloween in Concord.
Cool.
And that was great. I'm doing the New Year's party at Bank of New Hampshire Stage. And then I'm also planning to do a Valentine's Day,
Ooh.
like sexy cabaret style interactive experience
Wonderful.
for that too. So there's a lot planned, and I see a lot of potential with that venue and
Yes.
and other venues in town too. So
Oh, we're so excited to have you
Yeah.
up here. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And I wanted to make sure that people were aware, if they wanted to get tickets, if they're not sold out already, how they can do that for this year's New Year's Eve event.
So you can still buy tickets online. You can buy them at interactivenightlife.com. You can also find out about that event and other events at Shuttavac.com. That will connect
Great.
you to all of my events, because I have, you might be interested in the interactive nightlife, you
Yeah.
might be interested in a single and social event, or you might be interested in, I do a lot of LGBT community events
Great.
all around New England.
Okay.
And that Shuttavac.com will connect you with all of those different aspects.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, your vibe, it brings me back to my days in Los Angeles. Just the rock and roll, like in your face. This is going to be such a smash. And I know we do have a clip that you were able to bring us of kind of a little bit of a sneak peek of the New Year's Eve event. I'm so excited to show it to all of the people in Concord. I'm so excited to showcase you, Beth, a wonderful, wonderful brand new professional here in Concord, Beth McGurr. And one more question. I was just curious about this. I know that we have like matching hairstyles on. I see it on the monitor.
I know. I was going to compliment you. I love your hair.
Natural curly hair. Don't care. And then you have these dreads. Are these dreads?
Yeah, so my hair is, I've had every hairstyle you can imagine over the years, I'm sure. But this is sort of my trademark at this point. I like to say, you said rock star, but it's funny. Yes. I always say hippie to rock star in 5 seconds flat. You know, I can, you know, do the camping, the hiking, the, you know, hippie in a van, or get dressed up and get all glammed out and go to a party or, you know, a nice dinner. So it's just, I don't know, they've become a part of me over the years. You'd be surprised, but I cut about maybe 6 inches off recently. Oh, no. So they were even longer, but it was getting a little ridiculous.
Well, it is quite the look, Beth. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, you bring me back to LA in a snap. It's adorable, and I'm so excited for your event on New Year's Eve. I hope you all can come out, and we will be showing more information about you and Shutterback Productions. Thank you so much for coming onto the show, Beth.
Thank you.
One more quick thing. What is your New Year's Eve resolution?
Oh, gosh. I have so many. Just to be, you know, happy and healthy and you know, maybe lose a couple pounds that I gained during COVID.
Well, you know.
or eat more chocolate cake. I don't know.
Both will look perfect on you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on What's Up Concord.
Thanks.
We're so excited about New Year's Eve. Happy holidays. Hey, that's our show for this month. Happy holidays to you and yours, and Happy New Year. Make sure you get that New Year's resolution underway, and feel free to contact me if you know about any upcoming events or anything cool coming up in our beautiful capital city. Best wishes, and see you in 2022.